All right, welcome to episode 19 of the Action Takers podcast. I'm your co-host, Nate. We got JC here as always.
It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour. Put in the work, put in the hours, and take what's ours.
JC, how's it going?
It's a sobering. It's very sobering. Nate, it's going okay. It's not going great. It's not going bad, but it's just fucking okay. You look at the dates coming up and you recognize half the year is fucking over. And all the fucking grand schemes, all the hopes and dreams you were going to have this year, it just seems like everyone has just fucking kicked you in the teeth just a little harder than you thought. And dude, it's been rough out there. It's been rough. It's been a challenging, educating time of my life. I recognize that anything new that you start, you are absolutely just going to suck at it. And right now I'm sucking, but I know I'm putting in the work and fucking laying down the groundwork to be rather successful here in the next year or two. What have you been? How you been?
I've been great, but definitely same thing, getting ready to reflect on these past 6 months. I don't know if I thought I would be farther along than I would say this. It has flown by, these past 6 months. Can't believe it is about to be, halfway through the year. But which is good time, which that does mean you still have 6 months to, work on your goals for the year and get things done. So it's not too late. That's some positive spin on it. You still got 6 months.
Oh no, it's never too late. Fuck, and if you're in sales, November is gonna be a motherfucker. You just know you're gonna be printing money. So you just gotta fucking weather the storm. You gotta plan all this nonsense and negativity out there and fucking the news and the world, and recognize that it ain't gonna be that bad. You know what I mean? I keep listening and watching to this shit, and it's like, oh my god, we're in a recession. We're gonna be in the Greatest Depression and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, these motherfuckers are just getting views. That's all. They're just fucking clickbait and drives me fucking crazy. Because you go out in the world and you recognize that it's not that bad. Everyone's still driving around. Fucking, at least where I live, fucking gas has gone down about 45 cents, which is relieving. It's an election year, so fuck, that's probably why. But yeah, dude, fucking just trying to be positive and look for the silver lining.
Yeah, no, definitely agree. Gas has been going down over here, but on Friday they're implementing a new state tax on gas, so it's going to shoot up like 50 cents. So, because we don't get taxed enough. I think it's currently like 60 cents a gallon we get taxed. So it's going to, so now it's going to be like over $1 of that, gallon or what we pay per gallon is just going to the state, which is ridiculous. It's going to be worse than the freaking cigarette tax.
Dude, it's I remember a couple years ago I was driving around in my diesel pickup. It would cost me like $100 to fill it up, and then they implemented the fucking gas tax, and it was a $2 increase, and then they fucking hit me with the tobacco tax. It just chewing tobacco went from $2.99 to $4.99 overnight. And it just fucking, I am sick and tired of taxes. I'm sick and tired of this bullshit. If I have any recommendation for anyone, start a fucking business and start writing this shit off, because fucking government is absolutely bending you over. I know this is where the episode I think was gonna go, but it's going on an angry rant. I can promise you that.
Definitely, and especially here because they just mismanage the money so bad, right? It's for schools, it's for roads, it's for all this stuff. We still have crappy roads. The schools are, at least, here in California, on the bottom of ranking, and just everything else. Where does all this tax money go? I don't know, 20 gallons is what, or actually I think it's probably like 24 gallons is what my truck takes to fill up. So, so every time I fill up, they're collecting $24 in tax every time I fill up. Where does all that money go? Times, how many people fill up every day? It's ridiculous. I don't know. To build the high speed train to nowhere that they've been working on for years, or whatever else is going on.
Dude, it just fucking drives me crazy. That state, someone asked me, are you going back? And I'm like, absolutely not. I'll go back to visit, but no. Like, and even when I go back to visit, I don't even, I'm just going to go to major cities where I can fucking walk everywhere. Cause good God, or maybe they have those Lime scooters I could just steal and drive, an hour and a half from the airport to my, my hotel. But so what else is going on? I mean, with the next 6 months, is there anything that you wanted to accomplish in the first 2 quarters of the year that you just haven't? And are you going to accomplish that here in the next 6 months?
Yeah, it's kind of I'm definitely behind on my goals on some of them. Some of them I'm doing good, but I think what I've kind of started looking at is just need to refocus, right? Like we're saying, reflect, and I was kind of even doing that today since we are almost end of June. It is really just okay, refocus, resetting. My mindset to, hey, I need to do these things. I need to make sure I'm still hitting my daily tasks, working on my goals. Because sometimes, especially the last couple of weeks, I've definitely been slacking off for whatever reason. It's summertime. It's you just get in that kind of weird vibe of like, hey, it's just relaxing, chilling. Days are long, right? I mean, it doesn't get dark till 9 o'clock, so it's like all this stuff going on, and you realize that, hey, you still got to focus on your goals. So yeah, I some of them I'm behind. Some of them I'm doing good, on like I was saying. But I think the biggest thing I'm going to do is probably just try and like write down, okay, where I'm at, where I need to be, and what can I do for these next 6 months to really accomplish a lot of my goals I have for this year.
Yeah, it's dude. I looked back at my goal list and dude, I fucking swung and missed. Good God, I sometimes like this kind of shocks me. I'm shocked on how much confidence I have at times in my life. Because I wrote down shit. I'm like, I'm not even near that fucking goal yet. But like, you look back and you're like, how the fuck was I going to accomplish all that shit? You know what I mean? Like, so I was trying to pay attention and trying to like learn from my mistake essentially. And I've been following this guy, Neville Mendora, and he kind of lays out a pretty good framework for like kind of achieving certain things. And he goes, listen, every month, write down 3 things that you want to get done. Just write down 3 things. Don't worry about fucking anything else. Take care of the small shit, but just handle the 3 big ones. And all the rest of the shit will, and then just work on the next 3. And if you don't fucking check those off the box, then it's not the end of the world. And you got to be able to be, and he kind of expresses like, you got to be comfortable enough to be like, okay, it's not like it's not like I'm living under a bridge. Okay. It's not like I'm living in California where I'm getting fucked with inflation by, 2x than the rest of the country. I'm in a pretty good spot. I just need to fucking keep grinding, keep going, and also keep learning. I think that's the one thing that like I slacked off this last 3 or 4 months is like, I wasn't reading as much. Now I'm back into I'm head deep into a fucking book, and it just is like, dude, the constant like education, motivation shit that you consume, dude, it moves me. It fucking makes me want to do some shit.
Yeah, no, agreed. Especially that. I mean, the learning part. I've been staying pretty consistent on my reading, but like lately, I've been slacking off the past, I don't know, week, or it's probably been a couple weeks of getting up early. Which is okay. I'm still going to the gym every day. I'm still doing it, but that I've realized that extra time, getting up early, knocking out the gym, and doing stuff in the morning, it makes a difference. Because that time in the morning is easy. I find it easier to focus on doing emails, doing training. Like I've been slacking off on some of the training. I've invested in courses and some other stuff, and I haven't been doing that. Haven't been posting on social media consistently. So it's like one of those things is like, man, you get out of that routine that you had, and then all of a sudden you just realize you're not staying as consistent with everything that you have, your daily goals that you wanted to do. And it is crazy just how difference of, for me, it's getting up at 4:30 to getting up at 6. I mean, it's only an hour and a half difference, but that hour and a half difference, waking up later, it totally shifts everything, because, you can't do everything that you want in the morning. You guys find out where you can do it in the afternoon, and just makes it a little bit more difficult.
Dude, so one of the things that I'm going to try in these next 6 months is I, I'm gonna try to essentially set myself up for success, and this is the way I kind of think about it. There's gonna be hills and valleys. There's gonna be mountains that you have to climb, and there's gonna be some fucking rough times. And I just know that. Fuck, I'm 34 years old. I'm gonna be 35 this year. Like, things are gonna get fucking hard, okay? And they're gonna get easy. They're gonna get hard, and then they're gonna get easy. And I just have to like I just have to prepare myself when things are growing really, really well, and prepare myself for success when things aren't going as well. And mostly I'm talking about like mental health and fucking motivation and fucking getting up early and doing the necessary shit in my life. I'm going to try and just fucking really focus on when things are going really good, fucking produce as much content as you can, write as much as you can, read as much as you can, in preparation for like when you're not feeling it that day. Or maybe that, maybe that afternoon you've had too many Diet Cokes and you got a hangover and you can't post anything because you're laying on the couch looking like shit. You know what I mean? Like, just doing the little things when things are great, when you feel good, so that when shit hits the fan, you're fucking prepared.
Most definitely. And those are the days that that really, really count, is when you aren't feeling feeling as good, as making sure you still go to the gym or still read, or still do, some of your tasks. So because those are what your test days, right? Seeing where you are, can you handle it? Yeah, especially where things have been so far this year. It's been tough on everyone, right? I mean, no matter what, we're all dealing with this, like I said, inflation, gas, rent, for people that rent, everything is definitely stacking against everyone. And that's why it's so critical, I think, to say, hey, I don't want to be average. I want to do more, so you can handle all these things that are going on. I think it's definitely beneficial, and putting stuff in your mind, whether it's reading, whether it's, learn whatever you're trying to learn, to build your skills, it definitely going to help, especially like you said, for those down days, and doing things to build up, so you have more in the tank, I guess. Kind of what you're saying, doing the stuff on those good days, it will definitely help on those bad days.
Well, so like, what is this? What is the one thing that you're gonna do in the next 6 months? Like, are you gonna tackle? Like, are you gonna tackle some sales training? Like, what's kind of your game plan?
uh so I mean, I want to get back into, well, definitely, winning my day every day. I've totally been slacking off to say my list. I'm gonna start making sure I do my power list. As far as, yeah, I've invested in some sales training stuff, so I haven't been working on it. So I want to do more of that, and then trying. I've been seeing Brad Lee talk about insurance stuff, so I'm trying to do this, get my insurance license. Just to have that on the side and a little bit of supplement the income. So those are kind of my big three things that I'm kind of want to definitely work on for these next 6 months, to just improve my skills, and have more options. Especially the way the market is. If sales is every single company needs people to sell stuff. So the more skills you have, if it comes to that, the better. Also, just growing my social media stuff, and doing that. I've been slacking on that too. My business side of it. So it's just one of those things that, yeah, really refocusing, and I think it's going to start with really doing my power list, and making my daily tasks to complete, start winning the day, and building those wins every day.
So what's the power list? I don't know if you talked about it on the podcast before, but I fucking can't remember really. What is there certain, like, what is, when you say power list, what does that mean?
So the whole point of the power list is to basically win your day and stack wins, right? So when so 5 critical tasks, and these are tasks. So these are things that you will do. So let's say if you haven't been going to the gym, hey, I'm going to work out for 45 minutes today. I'm going to read 10 pages today. I'm going to drink a gallon of water. I'm going to send 5 follow-up emails. Whatever these critical tasks for you to level up, or do. And the whole point of it is to build momentum. So, okay, cool. I did my 5 tasks, win the day. Literally write them down on a piece of paper, I use my in a planner. It has every single day, so I put my 5 tasks every day, and the whole point is to, hey, maybe I win 5 days, so I won the week. And at the end of the month, same thing. Hey, I won 25 days of the 30 days, and boom, I won the month. And it's just all about building momentum, and just that little positive thing of, hey, I won the day. And the good thing about it is if you make them real critical, so once you knock them out, you can more or less kind of fuck off for the day, right? Like, hey, I did my 5 critical things. I made those phone calls. I sent those emails. I did the meetings. I did my reading. Whatever the things you did to better yourself, better your business. I try and spread it out too. Like definitely. I already consistently go to the gym, so I don't have a gym, but on there. But yeah, if you gym, reading, do a little bit of everything, some work stuff, so you can. So it's kind of encompasses everything to really win the day. So it's definitely, I recommend for everyone, because it helps you get on track too. I mean, you got your list there. Cool. I finished this, cross it off, and you can really visually see it, and it helps. And it sucks putting the L's, like literally too. I make sure I put a W or an L. If I didn't do it, like it's putting that L. If you see a couple L's in a row, you're like, fuck, I need to make sure I win my day and do my tasks, whatever day it is. So
Yeah, but so like I've heard this theory before, and there's one thing. There's like this famous Navy SEAL speech, and he talks about like having very small victories, and he goes, the reason why the Navy SEALs are so strict about making their bed is because it's the one perfect thing that they do every single day to start their day. I don't make my bed every day. Do you make your bed every day?
yes, I want to say probably 29 out of 30 days a month. I think the other day I didn't, but yeah, no, that is, and from listening to that speech, it's true. That's what I do every single day. I make sure the bed's made, because all it is you're completing a task, right? You're completing a goal. You're doing something. So it just is meant to build momentum. Cool. Made the bed. Cool. Let me do the dishes now. Let me do the laundry. Like it just is a momentum builder. So yeah, I do make the bed every day.
Dude, I was listening to Mark Cuban, and Mark Cuban's like, yeah, I did the math on making my bed, and I stopped making my bed. And the interviewers are like, what are you talking about? Like, well, why wouldn't you want to start with something, accomplish something? He goes, I could accomplish so much more in that time. And they're like, well, what are you talking about? He's like, I did the math. It takes me about 6 minutes to make my bed every single day. And if I equal that out until I live till I'm 85 years old, I'm going to waste like a whole 10 months of my life making my fucking bed. So I just stopped making my bed. And, as a billionaire, I'm sure you can afford, to pay someone to fucking make your bed every day. But it cracked me up to think that, in his mind, he's like, that 6-7 minutes, I could be doing something more productive, which is kind of weird. But in our case, in our scenario, fuck, I should probably make my bed.
Well, and I think, I forget who I heard talking about this, and they kind of were saying, for him, yes, right now, right, that's definitely, he's a billionaire, he has a lot more stuff. But I think if you're trying to reach that level, or just any next level, you have to start with the small things that, yeah, am I gonna do that for the rest of my life? Hopefully not. Hopefully, yeah, like you said, maybe I'll have a cleaning person, and that's what they do, right? But I think to get to that next level, I'm sure there's a lot of things that Mark Cuban did before he was a billionaire to get that. Maybe it's not making his bed, but maybe he was doing some mundane task every day to help him, get to where he is, right? I mean, everyone has something, because it is about those small things. Andy Frisella is big on talking about that, whether it was picking up the trash or wiping piss droplets off the toilet seat. There's always these little things that build your discipline that you need to do to do the big things. I mean, that's the thing. Everyone's, if you can't handle the small job, what makes you think you can do the big job, right? If you can't, whatever it is. And I mean, that saying's been going on for what, decades. That we've all grown up with that.
I've never heard that saying. I've never heard that fucking saying.
What, if you can't do a small job, what makes you think you can do a big job?
Yes, I've never heard that.
Really? I mean, I think it's kind of the kind of cornerstone of everything, right? Like, if you want to be right, if you want to be on SWAT, they don't let the the guy that can't even handle his own beat, he ain't gonna be doing the SWAT, right? I mean, because
No,
it's
yeah.
everything.
No,
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
So the way I think about it is the way I used to train our football players. I go, listen, when I was in college and I played college football, they filmed every fucking moment of practice, of your workout, of the game, of you watching the actual game, the film of the game. Like, they had recorded all of it. And if you fucked up or you weren't doing your job, and there was no excuse, because the eye in the sky never fucking lies, and that camera fucking will show you. So I try and go through my life where I'm thinking, okay, someone's got a camera on me. I got to do the small thing. I got to do the little thing. Yes, it's fucking stupid. Yes, it's not my fault. Yes, it's someone, like today I was pressure washing some house, and this asshole lawn guy comes over and just sprays grass everywhere where the fucking wet area I had just cleaned. And I'm like, this asshole. But I go, if I'm on camera and the fucking homeowner sees that I just go, man, it ain't my problem. What kind of, are they ever going to hire me back? Probably not. Now, if it takes me 10 more seconds to just fucking hose it off and tell the guy to pound sand, then, hey, it is what it is. We both won. So my saying to that is, you got to look out for the eye in the sky.
Oh, definitely. Right. And especially on service jobs, you're right. You're trying to build your business, whatever it is. I mean, that is, taking all those little details matter. I mean, because that could be the difference between, doing another job. Maybe they have a camera and they happen to see that, oh, that happened, they did it. And then they're going to tell everyone about it. Man, this guy cares. He still cleaned it. Who knows? They can tell 10 people about it, or they see you don't do it. And then they tell 10 people, he's doesn't complete the job, or, this, who knows? So yeah, you always got to have that eye in the sky, or someone's watching, or however you want to say the phrase. But I think it matters. The details matter, right? And even if no one knows, you still know.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's a yeah.
You absolutely still know. And I think the people who fucking it's the golf. It's not the golf cart. The shopping cart theory. Okay, if you don't put away your shopping cart, you're a dirtbag, and you can't be trusted to do anything. If you're too fucking lazy to take the thing that you utilize, that they assisted you with, and you just leave it in the fucking parking lot and not put it where it's the designated area, you're a dirtbag. So I think that's a life lesson that we all can live by and fucking can see in the next 6 to 9 months. Like, this is the time where you do some of the smaller stuff.
Yes, and the people who leave their freaking dirty paper towels at the gym after wiping out on equipment, those people need to throw those damn things away.
What drives me crazy is, the fucking guy who's gonna wash his hands, dry it off with the fucking towel, and then yell Kobe across the fucking bathroom, and then misses, and then just walks the fuck out. I just want to beat that guy up. Just, oh my God, drives me crazy. But anyways,
those are the people that just leave. You're working out, you watch the guy just do whatever, his bench press, and then he's done, and then he literally leaves all the weights on there. Like, my gosh, at the gym, when you're trying to increase your physique and do more and be better, and then you're lazy not to do these little things, I don't know, it's a crazy thing to witness. I'll just leave it at that.
Dude, fucking the little things matter. Oh my God. If we all could figure that out, this world would be fucking just perfectly clean. There'd be no gum on the fucking street, but it is what it is. Any big plans for the 4th of July? You talked about in the pre-show preview that we were gonna have a few cocktails and record a daytime podcast. I think it's a great idea. But are you doing anything special?
No, nothing special. Just the traditional barbecue and fireworks at night.
Are you a hot dog and hamburger guy on 4th of July, or what are you doing?
Yeah. Usually that, maybe a tri-tip, but
okay.
Yeah, pretty traditional with the hot dogs, hamburgers.
If you would have said Chinese food, I'd like, we no longer can do this podcast together. I hate when people on 4th of July, they're like, yeah, come over for a barbecue. We're having fucking, we're having Japanese. And you're like, no, no, we're fucking not. We're having Italian. No, you're not. Okay. We're shitty American food. All right.
Hot dogs and
Anyways.
hamburgers.
Yes. Go kill a cow and fucking, Anyways, no, dude, I remember one of the favorite things that I used to do on 4th of July was we would go to the Sacramento River or American River, one of those rivers, and we would rent fucking rafts and just get hammered drunk floating down a river, which is never a good idea. If there's children listening to this, please do not do this. But I just remember it being incredibly fun.
Yeah, I haven't partaken in a lot of river floating, but it sounds like a good time. Everyone always has a good time doing it. But yeah, when I was younger, especially with the fireworks, I would always do like the crazy stuff, get like I don't even know what they were called, but they were just like a big torch thing that's shooting up, and I'd ride my skateboard up and down the street or run with them and like have a couple, like, I don't know. That's always a fun part when you're a kid, just lighting the fireworks and doing this crazy stuff with them. But it's, definitely don't do that much of it anymore.
Dude, it was the one holiday where you got to see the adults act like children lighting off fucking fireworks. Just half lit, just lighting on trees on fire, burning holes in the concrete. I mean, fire department coming around, fucking yelling at people. It's a good time. I'm looking forward to 4th of July shit. I got some work to do, but I think it's gonna be dude, at least here in Georgia, I've talked about it before. Fucking fireworks show is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, always look forward to those too. Yeah, and definitely doing some work, right? I'm still gonna work out in the morning, get my reading in, do my daily stuff. But then that's that. Get that stuff done in the morning, and then can just enjoy the rest of the day.
Get that Powerless. That's what you called it, right? The Powerless.
Yeah, the Powerless, and that's from Andy Frisella. I don't want to take any. He's
Dude,
the one who kind of started that.
We're ripping so much shit off of Andy Frisella. He's gonna come after us. He's gonna send us a fucking non-disclosure agreement, a fucking cease and desist. We're gonna end up in fucking Superior Court for ripping his shit.
We're spreading the good word, the good word of him, so I'm sure you appreciate it.
Oh, dude, yeah, he doesn't give a shit. It's all publicity is good publicity. I will say though, I read this quote earlier today, and it said like, if you're uncreative, like just find an old idea and just kind of tweak it. And I think, dude, so many people, if you can harness that, fuck, it's such a powerful tool of like just taking something kind of, take someone else's thing and don't copy it word for word, but just kind of revamp it, make your own, and fucking spin it out like you do, with your Fab Five list.
I mean, but isn't that everything, right? There's so many apparel companies. There's so many. Whatever it is, car company. I mean, everything is just tweaking things to make it better. So it's at this point, most businesses are like that, unless you're like Elon Musk and starting a major electric car company or going to space. Yeah. Most businesses are some tweak or some form of a different business, just made better. Forgot to say, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, share our episodes. We appreciate it. Comment, do all that good stuff. We're looking to always want to grow the show, and we've been doing it slowly but surely, organically.
Dude, it's slowly but surely. It's we're working on it. It's if you guys could do all those things, we would greatly appreciate it. One, it shows us that people are actually, they get to this part of the show. So if you want to see or hear or talk about a certain topic, Nate and I have got all kinds of fucking shit that we've done in our life, and oftentimes it just takes someone or something to mention something where, oh shit, like here we go. Like we can really, we can kind of rant on anything. So, if you get into this point of the episode, fucking leave a comment or a, review or whatever, and give us something to talk about. I mean, we can talk about all kinds of things. If you want to talk about dead people, or if you want to talk about, fucking business, whatever. We got a whole range of topics we can talk about.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Those are the best though, the random stuff that we don't plan. So yeah, if someone just gives us this random topic, I'm sure we always make these great episodes on things that yeah, just kind of, as I say, shooting from the hip.
Oh, fuck yeah. Sometimes that's the best content. I mean, the pre-rehearse, I mean, it doesn't sound like a sales pitch. I can promise you that much. So Nate, listen, we've got 1 minute left on the old Zoom, account. And as soon as we get to, I think 40 subscribers on YouTube or 40 downloads on the podcast, I'm going to upgrade it. I'm going to upgrade the fucking Zoom. All right. So we don't have to worry about this goddamn minute thing. If Zoom, if you're listening to this, ignore everything I just said, but
or just up it to like 50 minutes, give us a little bit more time.
Maybe 45, you guys know the episode is about 40 minutes long and you just cut us off just right before fucking, anyway. So
every time.
Nate, have a great 4th of July. We will,
you too.
We will be recapping and getting after it next week. Again, leave us a comment and we'll see what we talk about next week.
It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour. Put in the work, put in the hours, and take what's ours.